Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome at this time, the Tomahawk, Henry Parker!
Oh, great. If it isn't one of the wrestlers who's almost as tall as me. No, wait, he is tall, but he's short. It's bad for me to say that there's actually somebody that is actually about eye to eye with me, literally. But I think he has a reason for being out here.
You know, I think he's actually the same height as the ring.
Uh-huh.
I mean, his head barely clears the top rope.
Is everybody doing tonight, huh? Are you all excited for another episode of Defiance? Make some noise! Alright, I guess you're not that excited. It's fine, I didn't really care anyways. So you all know why I'm out here. Brakman Wylder. I'm out here for Brakman, spoiler alert. Brakman, come on down and let's finally have this talk that you've been dying to have.
Well, asking you shall receive, right?
Alright, Wilder. Now that you're out here, I have a lot to say to your face, so I'm going to need you to stand there, just like you are right now, with your mouth shut, and listen to everything that I have to say, because...
Shut up, Henry. Shut up. Henry has a ring to it. Please, everyone, allow me to blow off some steam and get out some of this poison I've been carrying since 2012. I think these people here are not giving you the respect you deserve. Yeah, I know you've been in SL Wrestling for what, about 14 years, both of us? And now we get to your secret origin. Isn't that right, Caden? We have quite the history. You see, a lot of people forgive and forget, Caden, but Brakman Wylder doesn't forget. And when a piece of shit like you comes around once a decade, it's hard for me to forgive. Not enough people realize I have a long memory. And anyone who hurts my friends like you did eventually gets theirs. Karma may not have punched you in the face back in 2012 when you jumped feds and stabbed my best friend in the back, but the strands of fate have their way of tying everything back together, don't they? These people are my friends and family now, and I'm not going to let them get hurt by you. The fist of karma is going to meet your face, buddy. But the real question is, why are you even here? There's a locker room back there filled with people that don't like you, dude. Because a lot of them have been around the block for as long as we have, and they've seen everything that you've done, both good and bad. And a lot of them, well, they might respect you, but that doesn't necessarily mean they like you, dude. You've been walking around since you got here all big and bad because you've accomplished a lot outside of this company. I'll give you that. But at the end of the day, when I look in your eyes, I see the same kid I saw 14 years ago, nervous and desperate to get accepted. Yeah, that hurts, doesn't it? You changed your name again, and it seems to be something that you do whenever you feel uncomfortable with your skin. I've seen every version of Caden, but, man, I'll tell you what, I'll be honest. I can tell that this tomahawk is different. You're more dangerous. These people don't give you enough credit because I know that behind all the jokes and laughter, you're a serious threat to anyone you're in the ring with. And time after time, you've let your own ego get in the way. Elimination Dome 2012. Do you remember that? The first Elimination Dome in VWE history. You didn't retire me for 7 years, but you got your shots in, yeah? Jackson got the pin and broke my back. But you, Caden, you broke the brack when you broke all our hearts and stabbed all of us in the back.
Are you done, Brakman? Are you done? First of all of you need to stop cheering for this fucking scammer. Haikova, Brakman fired you over a decade ago, so sit down and shut up. Brakman, I broke all of your hearts and stabbed all of you in the back, huh? How dare me upset the great Brakman Wylder, the same Wylder that's put on a pedestal right next to the other guys that everyone just can't seem to shut the fuck up about. Alpin Chris, Derek Colt, all of those guys, they have a complex. And I hate to be the one to break it to you, Wylder, but this business is filled with complex and it's filled with performance activism. Do you know what that means, Brakman? It means that people are going to pretend to be your friend one day, and as soon as something or someone new comes around, they're suddenly not there for you anymore. And Brakman, I've been there many times, and ironically, the first lesson that I learned in relation to that came from you, Brakman. In 2009, all the way back, when I came to the XWA, your words held much more value than you'll ever know. Jackson Dune is the one that introduced me to all of this, and I'm not just using his name to get everybody on my side. He was actually a friend of mine. And you, Brakman, you were the first person that I met, and I will never forget it. The handshake between us, it felt weak. You didn't look me in my eye at any point, and you pat me on the back after a dark match. A dark match that I had against Mad Max, who dropped me on my head on 2 separate occasions in that one match. And then you said to me, and I quote, "You have a lot of promise, kid. Give me your email. I'll be sending something to you in a few days." And you know what, Brakman? I should have known. I should have known. The way that you said that to me, it felt so robotic. It felt routine. Probably because the great Brakman Wylder gets away with mistreatment. Let's not forget that you used to operate your big business, right? Brakman Industries, before it was ripped right out of your hands. And when you owned that business, you laid back while everyone else slaved day in and day out because you're a manipulating piece of shit. Brakman, when you told me that you'll message me, I checked my email every single hour of every single day, and I kept bothering Jackson. And I'd ask Jackson, I'd say, when is he gonna message me? Is Brakman busy right now? Do you think you can remind him for me? To no avail. And then I finally got a call back, but Brakman, it wasn't from you. Go figure. It wasn't from Brakman Wylder. It was from a quote-unquote representative of the now VWE who said that they needed an extra body. And I was desperate. I was desperate to just get in the ring and wrestle, so I came back. I did. I wrestled matches with guys like Cody Hooley, Alexius Gant, Sam the Man, and even Carnage Rexy. I wrestled once, Brakman. Get this through your thick fucking skull. I wrestled once every 7 weeks until the first ever Elimination Dome that you just mentioned came around. And yeah, you're right, Brak. You're so right. I got my shots in on you. You know why? Because you had me looking like a fucking fool. You want to talk about how all of these people are your friends and you care about them so much? Then why did you leave for so many years, Brak? Why did you abandon everybody only to come back to be met with this grandiose return from your little special A Night with the Beard, followed by this extravagant entrance of the free preview for your big return? Brakman, you didn't deserve any of that. You, Brakman, out of everybody else, don't look at me, Brak, you left everyone in the dust for over 5 years just like you left me in the dust. You're not a legend to me, Brak. You're a peer that should be looking up to me instead, because I've done a hell of a lot more in this business than you have, and everybody knows it. And I am sick and fucking tired of people asking me if I've spoken to you. Like I need to bury this imaginary hatchet between us and ask you for forgiveness when all I did in the past was chase my own happiness, Brak. You know, I've done a lot more than you. I've done a lot more than you. And even though a lot of the people in the back, even though a lot of them don't like me, Brakman, they respect me. And after that Elimination Dome, I left. And you know what? I'm glad that you said that Brakman Wylder never forgets, because yeah, I left. I met that same friend that you spoke about. I went on to win the OEW Cruiserweight Championship. I became the WWF World Champion, and then I drilled that metaphorical dagger right into the back of your best friend, Vicious Scion. And that's why you're mad, isn't it? It's your fault, Brakman. Your carelessness taught me to be cold-hearted to everyone. You, Brak, you went off of hearsay, and maybe one day, Brak, maybe one day if we sit down and actually have a civilized conversation, one-on-one, you'll know the truth about everything. But today isn't that day, though, is it? You know what, man? I'll be honest. This is all a fucking waste of time. I don't even like rambling like this, Brak. A lot of these people don't know Caden Hydroconus. They don't know Narcissus Amberzine, and both of those guys are dead in the dirt. We're in the present now, Brak. Henry Parker is standing in a VWE ring right in front of you after eliminating you from the Elimination Royale on top of outlasting 20 men. So if you have a fucking problem with me, then strike me, Brakman. Strike first. You know what, buddy? I'll even put my hands up and everything. Go ahead. Free shot. Hit me.
Ooh.
Come on, Brak.
Do it.
Hit me.
I mean, the offer's right there. I mean, it'd be kind of hard to say no to... Wait a minute. What the? Did he just...
Brak went to hug Henry.
What the fuck? Why? Why would... never mind.
Yeah, that's kind of odd.